friends, my name is Vartika Gupta and I am back again on my YouTube channel, Live Your Dreams. This time with a series based upon the spirituality, life purpose, and divine intervention. So, the topic for today's talk is what is spirituality? How do we know our life purpose? How to understand divine intervention? So, today I have Miss Lisa Gupta, who is an intuitive astro and tarot reader. She had a varied journey from root healing and deep inner work to masculine and feminine union work. She is a certified Reiki Grandmaster. Very warm welcome to the channel, and I would like to invite Miss Lisa to enlighten us about herself and her way of fulfilling her life purpose. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Vartika. Thank you so much for having me here. And I'm really excited about this podcast because I know that somehow universe has put us together to, bring something out of this, to bring more abundance and creativity. And starting with like what I do, so I'll tell you something. So I'm a psychologist as well.
Very nice.
And when my journey started in psychology, I actually realized that more than psychology, it is spirituality which is working for me. So I have worked in juvenile justice homes. I've worked in different setups and government hospitals and here and there doing internships and stuff. And I realized that the basic root cause of everything is actually spirituality. So now it's been 7 years for me that I have started my journey of inner work, and then I started helping others, and that's probably through tarot. But tarot, when I say tarot, it's not just predictions that I'm predicting the future, because being a psychologist, I have to bring my psychology also into it. So I
That's the
see it
best
as a
part.
projection tool. Yeah, so I see it as a projective tool where tarot actually helps you to unlock your psyche, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. So it really gives us a very good picture about how I can make my future better. Because this is what I used to do with myself when I started practicing tarot with myself, like not professionally. Before I was doing it professionally, and then I got into Reiki as well, and that is like another different magical journey that I
True.
have been enjoying since so many years. So yeah, I think this is all that I do, and of course you know about the masculine feminine, the polarity work that I do. So I try to combine all the three together, and that's how I'm living my purpose right now. I call myself a paid volunteer of universe.
Lovely,
So
Lisa.
yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. And I could, even the viewers can feel the aura, the vibe which you are vibrating right now. And definitely being chosen by universe to work for a higher purpose, for a life purpose, it's a very great opportunity, just not for oneself. It is very liberating for humans who enter your life and how you liberate them. I know sometimes it can be energy draining for you because you are enlightening and you are, you know liberating others, so you have to cope up with lot of things because Reiki is not very simple. And
Yeah.
being a grandmaster in Reiki, you might have came across where you had your own set of experiences while evolving at oneself also. So that's a very great thing, and you are too young for getting enlightened for your spirituality part at such a young age. So maybe that's a divine intervention or universe call for you,
Can
which
I share something? Can I share something? So when
sure.
I actually got into Reiki, and when I got into tarot also, so उस time पे I was in my masters, I was doing my psychology. I did my graduation in English honors. Okay, so till the time I was in masters, I never even thought in my dreams कि यार मैं कुछ ऐसा करूँगी. I'm going to get into tarot or Reiki, because I was more of a logical person. For me, like, reasoning behind everything has to be there, and logic has to be there, and this and that. So I actually feel that universe has actually chosen me for this, because I never learned tarot from anywhere, and the faith that came with this, I cannot tell you. Like I feel in spirituality, faith is very important, right? You cannot go with logic all the time.
Logic
So yeah,
cannot work with spirituality actually. Spirituality is something
exactly,
which you experience with life or experiences in life.
exactly.
Very true, very true. So, for today's talk show, I have just outlined few areas, specific areas around the three questions itself, and they are also in the form of questions, and we will be very enlightened to get to know from you. Like, if I start this talk show, how does spirituality guide us in understanding who we truly are beyond our roles and identities?
Hmm. Okay. Can you elaborate a little more on this question?
Yeah. Uh, Being a human being by birth, we are programmed, we are brain wired in a certain manner. Like, you have to be earning this much, you have to have that much of material wealth, you have to earn this, you have to earn that, right? These are
Hmm.
our by default roles and identities in life, which are predefined in society, in our family setup. So how does spirituality guide us in understanding who we truly are as a person?
Got it. Got it. See, the way I have started seeing spirituality as is that spirituality is never going to, separate you from the world. We have this feeling, or we feel that spirituality means that you detach yourself from everything, that you cannot have the abundant mindset, you cannot earn money, you cannot do anything, you cannot have fun and this and that. People have this mindset about spirituality, and probably even I had that mindset at some point. But I feel that spirituality is more about where you can live in the material world and you can exit the material world with your will.
True.
This is something that I think that we all need to learn. So I was watching a reel few days back of Anushka Sharma, okay, and she was talking about that she was like that I would want everyone to earn money, okay, everyone to have everything, fame or whatever they want, all the materialistic things in life, and then realize that this is not everything. And I completely agree with that materialistic stuff and all of this is very important, but having the power, having the courage to come out of it is completely different and magical. So it's like nobody can control you in life. This is what spirituality does, that it you cannot be um, bounded in that conditioning कि अगर ये नहीं हुआ, if I don't have this much money, okay, then I won't be able to survive in the world. This is what spirituality does. Whether you have money or you don't have money, you will still survive and you can still thrive.
What I understand is that spirituality triggers that unconscious or unknown area, or part of us which restricts us, right? That
Yes.
brain wiring which is restricting us, maybe by birth, maybe by our surroundings, our upbringing, because most of the times we have lot of thoughts being put by others only. Self
Hmm.
talk people generally avoid. They are more in that mode, that they are in a listening mode, right? And then
Yeah.
they are processing
It's
things.
like it's like I'll tell you. So basically in psychology there's a theory called nature versus nurture. Okay. So as a child, what happens is that we are more influenced by the nurturing environment,
Yes,
and we
yes.
forget ourselves, we forget our true nature, our core nature. So spirituality helps us to tap into that, where we are deconditioning all that we have received from the environment, the nurturance, be it good, be it bad, all the influences, the personality that we have developed, and blah blah blah. And then when we step into spirituality, we start knowing who am I, and not who I have become.
Nice, very nice. So you have perfectly answered that. Who am I?
Yeah,
That is the core. Okay,
exactly.
okay. So in your experience as a tarot reader, what do the cards reveal about a person's life purpose or soul mission?
Okay, so about so there's a difference. Okay, one is soul purpose and one is life purpose. Okay, so soul purpose is something that what am I meant to learn as a soul, the lessons that I'm meant to take. Okay, and
Okay.
once I have started taking those lessons, or once I've completed those lessons, now I have all my learnings, now I have all my experience, I have my wisdom with me, I have everything. Now how am I going to share it with the world? How am I going to be of some use to the world? How
Very
am I
nice.
going to serve the world? That is the life purpose. So, in tarot, I personally feel that one should never ask what the life purpose is.
Very true.
Let the life purpose reveal itself. Always ask for what soul purpose is. How can I heal myself? What are the triggers? What are my shadow paths? For this, for your entire soul purpose journey, tarot is like, mwah, amazing, best. But for life purpose, I think that really brings a block in our head and it makes us more restrictive. That,
Yes.
oh, kya life purpose hai? And so, why that curiosity? So I feel that it's good to go with the flow. Like till date, I have never asked from tarot what my life purpose is.
So it is something which is to be unfolded in the divine timing itself.
Yes, yes.
Through
And
the
I'll tell
soul,
you a story
through
also.
the
I'll
soul
tell you,
purpose transformation.
yes, absolutely. I'll tell you a story. Okay. It's about Shani Dev. Okay. So Lord Saturn was really excited about what his purpose is. He was like, मुझे जानना है कि मेरा purpose क्या है and everything. And he's passing all the tests and everything. And then there was a very great saint. Okay. I don't remember the name. Okay. But he was someone who was super strict and everything. And he got pleased by Lord Saturn. And he says, कि मांगो जो मांगना है, ask for a wish. And Lord Saturn is like, okay, I want to know my life purpose. Okay, so उस time पे what Lord Rishiji or what that saint said was that I can never tell you what your life purpose is. I can tell you the next step towards it, but I will never tell you what your life purpose is because that is your own self discovery.
True. So
So I
life
think
purpose is a soul self discovery, and soul purpose is transformation for our evolution, right? Transformation or
yes.
evolution journey.
Transformation, evolution, completing your karmas, knowing your karmas, learning from your karmas, patterns, repatterning, conditioning, deconditioning, all of that includes your soul purpose.
Very nicely explained. Because I myself was a little bit confused about. I used to think that soul purpose and life purpose is same. Today, this dilemma of mine is also gone with your clarification, and I hope the viewers who will be watching this video, this talk show, they will also get enlightened, because most of them, like me only, see
Yeah,
around
yeah,
me, I think almost everyone is confused around, or maybe not even confused. They think that life purpose and soul purpose is same. So
yeah.
that is very enlightening. Thank you so much for clarifying
I'm
it. And like I was also in my life journey, there was a point of time, I think many of us are, like, where
glad.
people feel lost, or they feel disconnected from themselves and their surroundings and their life journey itself. Sometimes we feel lost, like we are not able to understand where we are just going, what we are going through. You already mentioned that we have a soul purpose, and for that we have to go through some karmas, we have to go through some experiences in life. So
Hmm.
those experiences can be good also, those experiences can be bad also. So if they are bad, then we feel lost, we feel disconnected. So at that point of time, what spiritual signs or synchronicities often
Hmm.
indicate that divine intervention is at play for us?
Hmm. Whenever you feel lost, just know that divine intervention has been happening. Because I think, see, for spirituality, the root cause is something that you are super attached to. So, what I have noticed till now, whenever I take sessions, that people get into spirituality either when they are having or facing breakup. Okay, they are super attached to someone. Okay, super attached, and now they want to heal. So universe is like, universe has chosen the person. Okay, universe is like, I'm going to choose you, but before you start this journey, you need to have a reason to start this journey. So
True.
without reason, nothing is going to happen. Even if we talk about Lord Buddha, उनके अंदर भी एकदम से, he had that compassion and everything. Something triggered in him, and he was
Yes.
like, "No, I'm going to leave everything and I'm going to start this journey." Same happens with any kind of addiction. You have smoking addiction, you have alcohol addiction, you have porn addiction, whatever it may be. I think the root cause always has to be a suffering. Otherwise, what's the point of spiritual journey? Then you are already spiritual. You don't have to start anything, right? So I
Very
think
true.
these are
Very
few
true.
signs. And also, I have seen that all your fears, okay, all your anxieties, your panic attack, everything is going to come on the surface level into 10 times more. Like when I was having, when I started my spiritual journey of inner work and everything, I was going through hell in my life, like literally hell. But then that is important because that is the first sign the universe is going to show you that if you come into spirituality, I'm going to take you into the lala land and I'm going to heal you and I'm going to give you all the abundance that you deserve. But trust me. So I think that suffering is important to see the light.
True, true. Suffering is something which we should not see just as a suffering. We should see it as a transformative, experience for us.
Absolutely. It's an opportunity. It's an
Yes.
opportunity. Like it's like whenever I feel a trigger, usually people run away from triggers. Okay. Even when they are working on themselves, they really have this feeling that, oh my God, this is triggering me. Now I need to distract myself. Now I need to do something else. Now I have to rationalize things. But they do not understand that. So basically, Reiki has taught me this. So whenever I give Reiki to anyone, okay, or whenever I used to give Reiki to myself also, so sometimes there will be a certain trigger which pops up, surface level पे आ जाता है. So that is actually universe giving you an opportunity that this is the trigger and I'm giving you an opportunity to heal it for life. And you won't have to play those mind games ki, okay, now I'm going to distract, now I'm going to work more, now I will become even more workaholic and this and that. So
True.
triggers, I feel, are like really adventurous and people should see this as an adventure and not as something like a task
Very
to run
nice. Very
away from.
nice. And you used one word, fear, here, and this word fear is literally close to my heart. Entire my in my life journey, this many times. I think everybody of us experiences that. This fear is something which holds back us from making certain decisions in life. It holds us back in, or maybe it pushes us making some wrong decisions in life just out of fear of losing someone, fear of losing yourself in the journey, fear of losing money, fear of losing power over somebody. So we make some wrong decisions. So next question which I have in my mind, it's close to this word only. How do we differentiate between intuition and fear when we are making a life decision? It's very critical and very thin line of difference between fear and intuition, if we understand, if we feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with you, and I think it's a very, very important question because sometimes what happens is that we do not understand whether it is a fear or it is the intuition. And also, before I talk about this, I really want to, talk about intuition versus gut feeling. So before we move towards intuition, intuition is basically your guru consciousness, which is here. Okay. But before you awaken the Guru consciousness, your body is already giving you so many signs. Okay. So we have stopped listening to our body only. Your body is all the time telling you that this is right,
First
this
stop.
is not.
That is the
Yeah.
first stop,
Yes,
which we just
exactly.
bypass.
Yeah, I mean, if we just start listening to our body, तो यहाँ पे तो पता नहीं क्या ही हो जाएगा, which is your intuition. So people have started confusing intuition with gut feeling. So I think it's very important to start listening to the body, और वो तभी होगा when we start connecting with the body. The more you connect with the body, the more you will be able to solve things very easily in life, is what I have sensed till now. Now, talking about fear and intuition. So, I'll give you an example. So, there's this rehab, okay, and I got an opportunity to work with them, okay. And क्या हुआ that the moment I stepped into that office, एकदम से I started having that anxiety. Something is wrong, something is wrong, something is wrong. And उस time पे I felt that maybe this is my confidence issue. Okay. I thought maybe I'm not confident. Maybe, I'm just feeling nervous and this and that. And after giving the interview, okay, I realized that it was my body giving me a sign that the person that you're about to meet may not have very right intentions for you. So just take a step back.
Very apt example, actually.
So here I think this entire difference between whether it is actually your fear or it is your intuition talking through a fear, this only comes with practice. It, like, we cannot do the intellectual work, we cannot do that logical work, because this is something that sometimes I still struggle with that. In general, I think I have started to understand what is safe for my body, what is not safe for my body. But if I talk about my relationship, if I talk about my romantic relationship, I still have a lot of fears around it. I'm still learning whether it is something which is actually a fear, or it is something that my intuition is telling me. So, a lot of things, and this is an ongoing process. So I learned all this in last 3 years. It took me so much time. And I'm not saying it is always going to take a lot of time. For some, if you are a good learner, it might take you just 6 months or maybe a day or maybe two
Come on,
days.
I'm still learning. It's been years, and I'm still learning. You are still in 3 years. If you are able to reach a point where you are not bypassing first stop itself, then it's fine here. I mean, I'm still learning.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a very nice process also, where we enjoy this learning process. But I just feel that it's something that will come with experience. Like, I cannot give you like specific signs that this is how your intuition is going to react and this is how your fear is going to react, because sometimes they both are giving you the same message only. It's like, I'll tell you something. For example, if I talk about this experience, ये जो rehab वाला जो experience है, so here your shadow paths are what? Your shadow paths are your anger, your fear, you being protective of yourself. Your shadow paths are going to step in to protect you. We have a tendency that, oh my god, this is shadow healing means that I cannot get angry, I have to hide my anger. I have to let go of all this. I cannot get attached. I cannot have fear, all of this. But sometimes we do not understand that this is the biggest blessing. If you have a fear, maybe your shadow is trying to protect you. It's just like Kali, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the ways where divine also wants to protect you. So we should not see this something that we need to get rid of.
Very true, very true. And the example which you gave, it is very apt, where we understand. And there was very good point you mentioned, like intuition and intuition out of fear. So that is so beautiful. इतना deep तो कोई सोचता भी नहीं है कि there can be intuition out of fear also. And
Yeah.
if I move ahead, like, do you believe every soul chooses its path and challenges before birth? And if yes, what role does free will play in shaping their journey? Like, if I elaborate more, there is a saying that once a soul is being, prepared by God, that there itself it chooses its path and
Hmm.
challenges before
Hmm.
it is entering a human body. And
Hmm.
if that is true, because we are human brains, we have logic, lot of logic, we have lot of free will also. So how does
Hmm.
that free will play in that shaping our journey, personal journey?
Very interesting question again, because this is something that I have explored very recently. So earlier I used to feel that free will is something where I am choosing. Okay, I'm in my choosing era. There's a situation which is happening and I get to choose. But now what I feel is, because the reason, okay, now what I feel is that everything is in the hands of universe. Okay, and whenever we say that this is in my control, this is just the ego saying that I exist, so I have to say something, you know. Because let's say, for example, there's a person who is addicted to alcohol. Okay, now we know that the person wants to stop doing that. Okay, then but then why the person is not being able to do it?
True.
Right? So here I feel it's the God who chooses, and that is why we should never judge anyone's journey.
Very
Anyone's
true.
journey. You know, even if there's some addict or if there's someone who's super spiritual, whatever it may be, it is their journey. Maybe they have to get rid of certain karmas, and free will is only one thing, which in Hindi I call it Ichha Shakti. So Ichha Shakti is that, okay, universe, I want to do this in my life and I'm telling this to you. And if you feel that this is right for me, you make it happen with your grace. This is what free will is. हमें जो लगता है कि फ्री विल है कि मैं अपना डिसाइड करूंगी एंड आई एम गोइंग टू टेक एक्शन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, यूनिवर्स इज, आई फील दैट दैट्स अ वेरी, यूनिवर्स कहीं दूर से देखते होंगे एंड ही इज जस्ट गिविंग मी दैट कॉस्मिक लाफ, ओके इफ यू थिंक सो ट्राई कर लो, बट इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज इन माई हैंड. सो आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड ये चीज थोड़ा सा लोगों को ऑफेंड कर सकती है, because people who are still living in their false ego will feel or might feel agitated about the fact that नहीं हमारे कंट्रोल में है सब चीजें. No, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So kudos to you guys if you feel that way.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you're saying that we are in that false ego that we are doing something, right? But we are
yeah,
not the ones. We are
yes,
already driven by God. There is nothing like free will, you mean?
exactly, exactly. I think free will is just you telling your wish that universe, this is what I want, and maybe I'm willing to work on this. Now, whether it's right for me or not, it's up to you. Because when I see people are trying so hard. People are trying to earn money with their free will. They are working hard. They are doing everything, and still they're not being able to earn money. Then, so कुछ ना कुछ तो
Something
reason
is
होगा.
there is some disconnect. Basically, there is some
Yeah.
disconnect which is happening.
Yes.
Okay.
So I
So,
think वो जब वो एक डिवाइन इंटरवेंशन होती है ना, कि ओके, नाउ यू हैव सरेंडर टू मी एंड नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टेक केयर ऑफ यू, वो चीज मेरे को लगता है कि बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है इन अ
I
जर्नी.
think in my personal journey also, Lisa, sometimes what happens is we are even not able to understand what is a free. I mean, I'm doing this by free will, or it is something which is accordingly aligned by God or universe. So, how can tarot be a mirror to our subconscious mind and a tool for healing and transformation in that case? Like we had an entire journey, we went through some sort of incidences or circumstances in life
Hmm.
through which we healed, or we
Hmm.
we had certain trauma, or we had
Hmm.
certain shadow parts triggered badly. So
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
can tarot be a mirror to our subconscious mind and basically a
See,
tool which can help us in healing and transformation?
got it. So basically, if I talk about tarot, firstly, I think it's important to understand that tarot is going to help us identify what the problem is. Because sometimes we know that this is the cause, these are the symptoms, but I don't know why is it happening. So the why is something that we can tap from tarot. Okay, now it can be. that okay, I'm feeling so and so, or this is the person that I have become. I have become a defensive person, or I've become a silent person. I don't share my needs. I'm not very vocal about my needs in a relationship or XYZ things. So now the reason could be something from childhood also. Okay,
Okay.
so the reason behind it, like why are you behaving like this, or why are you facing this, that is the first step that we can understand from tarot.
Okay.
सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माय इनर वर्क, मेरा जो सबसे पहला लेसन आया था टैरो में, दैट वाज टू हैव पेशेंस. एंड यूनिवर्स हैज challenged me like anything. Every time there was only one lesson, that patience, patience, patience. और मुझे इतना टेस्ट किया यूनिवर्स ने फॉर 1 year रिलेटेड टू पेशेंस. सो जब आपको पता होता है ना कि आपकी कमी क्या है, आपका वीक पॉइंट क्या है, या आपके साथ क्या हुआ होगा, व्हाट माइट हैव हैपेंड विद यू इन द पास्ट, दैट हेल्प्स यू टू अनलॉक अ लॉट ऑफ बैरियर्स, because now you will be able to see things differently. Now you will be able to connect dots. Half of the time people are clueless कि हो ही क्यों रहा है. So they feel
Very true.
absolutely helpless. They feel directionless. So tarot gives you that direction. It's like your canvas is the life, and that paintbrush can be tarot. Okay, or anything that you paint, that can be tarot. It's like a tool.
Beautifully said, Lisa. And I purposefully put this tarot question here because I think most of the Janta does not understand what tarot is about. They feel that it is something related to future prediction, you know,
Hmm.
and something overnight or some rituals, and through that overnight something will happen for them. They
Hmm.
don't understand the inner work, as you mentioned about the inner work thing. They don't understand it. So maybe
Hmm.
tarot can be a mirror, or tarot can be a identifier. What are
Hmm.
the certain areas that person has, or the shadow parts that person is still holds very tightly to their heart and soul? So that can be predicted from tarot, and accordingly that person's subconscious mind and that that alignment can happen. Already we are going through a healing and transformation journey. It's a continuous journey, I would say, because I think if somebody says that they never had any sort of such experience from which they have to heal, or
Hmm.
some experience which does
You know,
not
I'll tell
translate.
you something. I'll tell you something. I'm sorry I'm cutting you. But
Yeah,
the reason why people feel that this is I have gone through this, or I've gone through that, or this is I have everything has been perfect, is because they are not aware that this is something which is abnormal, or it can be something which is abnormal. People have started taking things very normally. Yeah, acha, okay, parents are supposed to behave like this.
very nice.
So people who are not into this awareness world at all, they will take things very lightly, and they will never realize that how their personality has been shaped because of those experiences. And then they start punishing people around them.
I understand that part completely. It had been a different kind of journey for me also in my life. So I really connect to this point. Like, if you have certain suppressed or certain areas which have never been, explored in life, you don't even understand uh, why you are behaving in a certain way, and why you have certain sort of that what comfort zone we build around us in every aspect of life. Why?
Exactly, exactly.
Sometimes out of
It's
fear,
like
sometimes out of some sort of bad experiences. So I think that way
it's
is
like in psychology, na, there's this term known as pain and pleasure principle, where the pain becomes your pleasure, it becomes your comfort zone, and you never realize that you're actually living in pain.
true, very true. Actually, this is something which is being unconsciously followed by so many people. If I
So
see,
many people.
yeah,
Like, today only I was wondering that बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए all the green flags have become the red flags, and all the red flags have become the green flags. And people are just being okay with that, because now they want to be in that denial, because they know that if they have to come out of the denial, it takes two to work on it. Okay, and they will have to work a lot on it. They will have to work really hard on it, and nobody has the time. Maybe nobody wants to put that much of energy now. So they are
Somewhere
living in
down the
their
line, they will
own.
have to put the time. Somewhere down the line, they will have to put the time. There will be a
There
breaking
will be
point.
a time. Exactly, there will be a time. It's like तुम कर लो, तुम्हें जितना procrastinate करना है, but कभी ना कभी तो करना ही पड़ेगा. You will have to face it.
True, very true. So, if in continuation, if I say that I already mentioned one point that I have been also through that practice of finding pleasure in pain, and then I had some sort of realizations through uh, certain channels, and when I channelized them, I had some sort of practices, some sort of rituals around them, like maybe meditation, I can say, maybe journaling my thoughts, maybe journaling my whatever was coming in my mind, or maybe painting. So certain practices and rituals I formed for myself to
Hmm.
do my inner healing or inner work, and to
Hmm.
be more connected to myself, because I was feeling a soul disconnect for myself. So I
Hmm.
got into these sort of practices or rituals, and they helped me. So
Hmm.
are there any defined, like, what practices or rituals can help us align with our higher self and the divine flow of life itself? Do we have any such practices or rituals?
I'm loving these questions. So, okay. See, I won't say, even though I know I do certain practices and do certain things professionally, but I would never say that this is only something which is going to work. Other things are not going to work because I don't really believe in that. For example, when I was going through a lot in my life and before I got into spirituality, I went for psychological sessions and they didn't work for me. Okay, because I knew that my soul was wanting for something more deeper. So वो intellectual massage वाली चीज, it would not have been worked out well for me, that cognitive therapy and all of that. So my personal belief is that whatever aligns with your soul. Okay, so for example, I have this program called the Kali program. Okay,
Hmm.
it is more about the shadow work and taking or healing your feminine side and this and that. But I also know that this is not something which is for everyone.
Very
You
true.
know, and secondly, there are different ways. I think this world is so diverse that universe has created different ways of healing for different people. Like for example, right now, for me, if I talk about personally for me, Bhakti Marg is something that really helps me to heal. So it's not necessary कि कोई specific therapy ही होगी जो आपके लिए work करेगी. Yes, there can be a specific therapy also, and universe is going to put you in that right place. That if therapy is going to work, you will go to therapy. If Kali program is going to work, universe is going to put you there. But if chanting is going to work for you, universe is going to put you there.
And
So
sometimes
there is
Reiki, in
sometimes
case you're not.
Reiki, sometimes tarot. It is so diverse ways, literally diverse ways. Sometimes it's just journaling, you know. So यहाँ पे I feel it's very much not right to give like specific services or to say that this is the specific tool which is going to work for everyone, because we are humans, we all are unique in our own ways, we have our own ways and styles of learning and experiencing life. So that's why, and that is the reason why I have different tools. Like I have different therapies that I do, masculine, feminine, then I do Reiki, then I have tarot. And so I feel that I want to provide that openness, that okay, they can choose that this is something which is aligning with me. Okay, maybe Lisa cannot help me with psychological sessions, but she can help me with Reiki, or she can help me with Kali program, or she can help me with tarot, or she cannot help me with anything. Maybe I just need to go to God. And sometimes this happens. So yesterday only, while I was taking a session, okay, I had this very important channeled message for the client that no therapy is going to work for that person. That person really needs to get into bhakti marg and do om chanting, and that is the only thing that is going to work for him. So I
Lisa,
think that is the gift.
आई एम रियली अप्रिशिएटिव. आई मतलब अभी दिल से मेरे वही निकल रहा है, लाइक you know, because in this materialistic world where everybody is just running after money, power, all these stuff, and everybody is lost, everybody is disconnected, everybody is seeking success, so most of the people are into tarot, astro,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
just to have that sort of direction in life. And when we find somebody like you who is not just, you know, using people
Hmm.
emotions and their shadow parts for your own benefit, and you are okay with, you are open for so many parts. It's very
Yeah.
rare to find these days. I am really appreciative. Maybe that's why universe just had that, put that sort of wish in me that I should have some sort of talk to you, because you are very connected to your soul purpose, your life purpose, you know. So that sort of connection is very rare. Most of the people are into that sort of zone, that materialistic and transactional zone. And
Hmm.
when somebody, because I think there was one session we had, and you were like very direct with me that I would let you explore yourself, or you know, talk to God for that, and just let it unfold in divine timing for you. So
Hmm.
you did not take it as an opportunity to just make money, or just to, you know, leverage out of somebody's issues or somebody's pain areas. So that is something, you know, uh, that sort of connection with one's soul, it's very rare. I would really appreciate that. It's very rare. So truly, you are a messenger of God, or whatever I say, like, you know, messenger of representative. We have lot of representative of God in this earth. People don't understand this thing. They feel that whatever comes free is easy, or whatever comes expensive is good. It's not like that. It's not
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly.
It's like that. Whatever is properly aligned with universe, that is good. It might take time, but
Smart.
eventually, purity and authenticity is going to rock in the end. I'm telling you. No one on this earth, on this universe can, you know, is above his plan. So
Yeah, I
he has his
agree.
own timing. He has his own timing, and I really appreciate that you are so much connected to this purpose. And I'm feeling very grateful right now that I invited you here. And
Aw, thank you.
and being a, you know, being representing universe and helping so many people who are feeling lost in their journey, who are feeling disconnected in their journey, and still without taking any sort of advantage out of it, and you know, trying to understand their exact issue and helping them out. If you could share one message from the universe for humanity today, what would it be?
For humanity.
Yeah.
Anything is like in anything in specific or
No,
in
nothing
general?
like that. Whatever
Okay.
message you have, you feel like connected to that message. It can be
So
anything.
there are two messages. Okay. One is like a channeled message that I'm getting. Okay. And that is, I don't know why has universe put this thought into my head, but this is related to Kundalini. Okay. People are getting really crazy about this whole Kundalini journey where they are forcefully trying to awaken the Kundalini and going here and there, doing courses, doing meditations and mantras and this and that. One thing here I would like to convey is that don't run after Kundalini. Don't run after that, oh, I need to awaken my psychic gifts and this and that. It's not going to help in the long run. It's something which is a big, big disrespect to the Shakti herself. So don't do that. If anyone needs to hear this, I hope this really helps them. And secondly, about humanity, one thing that I would put across is that something that I have also practiced, that whenever you do something, whenever you do anything, even if you are entering into a room, you're entering into a party, you're entering into a relation, whatever it may be, always ask yourself, is this authentic me? Anything that you do. Because if you really want to step into spirituality, stepping into spirituality means at first you have to accept yourself as a human. and you don't have to run after being some perfect person. Humanity means that you are imperfect. That is why Lord Ram or any god who has reincarnated, they have made so many mistakes. They could
True.
have done things very perfectly, but नहीं किया ना. राम जी बहुत आराम से सीता माता को लेके आ सकते थे, but he chose all the struggles that any human would go. So I think here it's important to accept that humans are not perfect. We are not perfect. Okay, we can lead towards perfectionism because the soul is perfect, but the flesh is not. Okay, we can lead towards that, but that shouldn't be the goal. The goal has to be that I have to accept the human in me, and the way to accept it is to know yourself better. And how you can know yourself better is constantly asking question to yourself: is this authentic Lisa? Would authentic Lisa do this? Would authentic Vertica do that? So this will start giving you answers. Your body will start giving you answers and will start telling you that no, this is not who you are. Don't do that.
Very nice. Actually, this first part, this Kundalini, it has become a fashion these days. Like, everybody, especially Gen Z, if I would say, they are just
Mm,
obsessed and mesmerized with just the thought of this, the idea of this. I don't know what stuff they
exactly.
read, what they watch, but they feel like it is a trend. Like, spirituality is also becoming a trend in so everybody's mindset.
Exactly. It's becoming a fad.
Yeah, because spirituality is always about feeling something, or it's a way of living life. It's a way of processing yourself in life,
Hmm.
rather than just stuck to that kundalini thing and going through that only, or maybe just projecting someone else. See, we have a lot of layerings, as we talked about fears, as we talked about soul's disconnection, feeling lost. So there are a lot of shadow parts, lot of fears, lot of layerings we build. And
Hmm.
out of those layerings, I myself, I had a lot of layerings in my life, and
Hmm.
one by one I have to remove those layerings. Like, if
Yeah.
authentic Vertika would have been there, would she able to take this sort of behavior or this sort of talk?
Yeah.
No. But I had to remove that sort of fear of losing that person or that relationship, maybe in family, maybe in friend, maybe
Hmm.
in a personal relationship. I had to overcome that sort of fear. I have to overcome that sort of layering which I had built
Hmm.
across. Most of the times we are dealing with fear, we are speaking out of fear, we are behaving out of fear, we are
Yeah.
processing out of fear most of the times, right? Authenticity is a very rare thing in society these days, and it's very heartwarming to see people like you still exist on this earth. Where if somebody is coming who is lost, I would say it's a very because you have been a psychologist also, you understand human psychology and you understand the statistics and the online surveys these days. Human mental health is such a big issue these days. Not just adults, small
Hmm.
kids, no,
Exactly.
every age, everywhere. Even this year, government has a budget of 1,200 crores just for mental
Hmm.
health. I
Yeah.
don't know how that will be happening, but it's so. Being a mother also, sometimes I feel I have a child.
Hmm.
And in fact, for anyone, any child, I feel in general also, like, what sort of environment we are creating, what sort of brain wiring we are creating, what sort of uh, the place where they will be, vibing.
Yeah.
It is
Can I add
totally.
something to it?
Yeah, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I think this is the reason why people are finding difficulty in having or starting families, or why women are not getting pregnant, because they're not healing themselves. The partner is not healing themselves. There's no awareness, there's no relationship, but now all of a sudden they want some child to entertain their relationship. And I feel that God is really, really tired of this kind of behavior. So normal pregnancies are going नहीं रही, and that is why people are getting more and more desperate, and IVF हो रहे हैं, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है. But I think they are kind of missing what the root cause can be, because it's the child who chooses the soul. And I
Do you
feel
also
that,
believe that?
yeah, absolutely. and you will
Child
see
chooses
that
both parents. Ki,
yes,
this will be my father, this will be my mother, and if that is not happening, these days
huh,
we have this issue. I think
and
that
yeah, you
maybe
will
we can talk
notice
about this
this.
also sometime. Yeah,
We can,
it's a
and you
very
will notice is that जो lessons हम लोगों ने लिए हैं ना, we were meant to take these lessons so that we can heal and we can create more healed versions, right? So now all the children in the upcoming years, when you will see, they will be the healed versions. They are not going to face what we have faced, and that is why now universe is becoming super picky, that you heal yourself first and only then I'm going to bless you with this.
very nice. Like this last part which you mentioned, it was little of the topic, and it itself can be a topic for a talk show. Like these days, which you mentioned, pregnancies are not happening naturally. Do we have some sort of spiritual thing behind that, or just the lifestyle thing? We have certain spiritual and God and universe alignment, which is altogether happening and which is not making it happen these days, because this soul choosing and this journey, everybody, is not aligned with it. Maybe that will be
Yeah,
very much happening. Thank you so
yeah,
much. Thank you so much, Lisa. And it was a very good talk show session with you today. Thanks for your all the time and making your time. I know you keep very busy with your sessions, but thank you for coming to this channel, Live Your
no,
Dreams. And I would say that anyone who will be watching it will be able to understand why spirituality is so important, and what is divine intervention, and how do we figure out our life purpose, or how do our life purpose figures us out, or
yeah.
it
And
unfolds
can
us.
I also share one more thing? So,
Yeah,
since we were talking about, I'm so sorry, I'm speaking so much, but वो
no,
एक के
no,
बाद कुछ
just
ना
go.
कुछ ना, I'm getting messages. So, since we were talking about divine intervention, and that was our core topic, the reason, like one way to leave the ego's intervention. So basically, we have this tendency of controlling everything, that things need to be in our control, and that is why we cannot follow the divine timing, we follow the ego's timing. So one thing that I have started doing it, because even I was someone who had to, okay, this has to happen according to me, according to my time, and this and that. But now I have started to surrender more. So it's like I have a book, I have this book. So whenever I want to surrender, okay, and I don't want to use my control, my mind or anything, I just write this down, okay, that this is something that I surrender, and it actually helps. It actually helps. So I think if viewers, they really struggle with ego's timing versus divine timing, maybe this is something that you buy for yourself.
सी
That's
आई थिंक
it.
माँ काली से बढ़ के वैसे भी कोई नहीं, शिव जी भी उनके आगे झुक के जाते हैं. So
Swear.
who are we? She is that much powerful. Thank you, Lisa, for this last message. And I hope that it helps a lot of people in
I
understanding
know.
whatever Miss Lisa Gupta tried to help us out, so that we get that sort of liberation through this talk show. And I would just end it now. And thank you, friends, for your love and patience in watching this video. We'll come back soon with our next talk show. And maybe from this talk show itself, we'll pick some topic, some subject, and we'll just definitely come up with some expertise from Miss Lisa. And sayonara until we meet and talk again. Bye bye.
Bye.